Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy. Today we're here at Marriott Oceana Palms in Riviera Beach, Florida. And I was actually going to do a new and updated resort tour. It's been a while since we've been here, but the weather is kind of crappy right now. It's actually raining a little bit and it's very, very windy. So I think today what I'll do is just kind of a bit of a resort update, take you around the resort, show you a couple new things that they have and kind of what's been going on here at this beautiful property. Here we are at the main traffic circle. This is where you'd pull up, go into the Sunrise Tower there to check in and register. So there's nothing really changed here. The biggest changes are kind of over on the other side. We'll definitely take a look at that. But over here they do have kind of their activities area. I did show you that in that previous resort tour video, so do check that out up above there. So take a look at that if you want to see the entire property. Okay, so I think because of the weather here, they have the on-site bar and grill kind of closed at the moment. I'm not too sure what the deal with that is, but they've had it actually open most days, and it's really like gale force winds right now. It's almost like we're in a hurricane, but we're not. I don't get it. Probably can't even hear me talking because of the wind. Even though I do have a windsock, so this would be a good test for my for my microphone and for my microphone and how it performs in the wind. I feel like Jim Cantore right now, but yeah. But now I'm kind of protected by the building here, so there is no wind over here. But yeah, here's hot tub, really great hot tubs here at the resort. They have two of them. I do think the bar and grill is open, but you have to enter through the marketplace. I hear some people in there, I hear some music, so that's probably what's going on here. Let's turn the camera around and see if we can get video here. We're heading out into the wind here. It's hard to actually breathe. It's so windy. It's like tunnel. The wind is kind of tunneling through and around the resort, so definitely very windy here at the resort. Not sure what it was. The winds, the weather this week just kind of sucked. But yeah, let me turn the camera around here again and show you what the pool's doing with due to the wind. Yes, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but the wind is actually blowing the water across the pool and kind of up against here. It's splashing against the walls. It's actually waves in the pool. These are actually the new pool loungers that they've actually delivered. While we were here one time, a while ago, we were literally sitting in old lounge. They came along and said, hey, we're going to replace them, and they brought these ones in. If I have that video still on my channel, I'll put a link to it right up here so you can check that out. It's kind of a neat little treat to be at a resort when they're bringing in something new. Yeah, this is kind of the main pool area, really the only pool area. Really nice pools here. If only we could swim in them. I guess we could swim in them, but the main challenge is when you get out, you know, with the wind, it's been a bit cooler this week. Well, you freeze your butt off. But this is kind of the one main new thing here at the property, and that just happens to be the new sun deck. They actually put this in, I believe, about a year ago. Might be a little bit more than that, but they always had kind of an issue where they didn't have enough loungers around the pool, and then also kind of by early to mid-afternoon, all of the loungers that are around the pool here would have been shaded by the Sunrise Tower here and also by the Marriott building right next door. Marriott Resort and Residences right next door, that huge property there. Still not open, as I understand it, for occupancy yet, so that's another update. All of the exterior construction is done. I believe you're just kind of working on interior and common areas. But yeah, what the problem was is these loungers down here would pretty much be in the shade a lot of the day, so they decided to build this new sun deck. Kind of a really neat area here just at the edge of the dunes. So lots of seats, lots of umbrellas. They're all closed because obviously it's so windy out here, but definitely is kind of a nice little area. And they have this kind of flooring here that allows the sand to fall through. It's not your traditional kind of wooden or whatever is that, kind of like plastic or resin decking. Kind of got all kinds of little slots, so don't need to worry about cleaning the sand off of it all the time. Yeah, here is a view out to the Atlantic Ocean. We'll take a walk out there, just take a quick look at it to I just want to kind of show you how wild it looks out there. Okay, so now we're gonna head back down through here and we'll make our way out towards the beach. Okay, so we're gonna share with you here, one thing I have noticed did change here at kind of the beach hut with the free chairs on the beach, which are actually still free or complimentary. They do now charge $20 for an umbrella. Used to be 10, now it's 20. Still a great deal to be able to get 2 chairs and an umbrella for 20 bucks out here on the beautiful beach here at Riviera Beach. The beach hut is of course closed because, trust me, there's nobody sitting out on the beach here. I hope I can actually keep the raindrops off of the lens. But yeah, they do have this nice little beach hut here. You can get some beverages and light snacks. They'll actually bring them to you on the beach. You can also get a table, I noticed, for $5. And they do have a number of pool toys usually in kind of this little box here. But they have boogie boards, kind of stuff like that are over here as well. Probably what people have bought and just kind of left behind. Okay, so we're now going to head out here to the beach and just take a look at the ocean here. But before we do, I'm going to show you here. Looks like they do have a beach volleyball set up there, and just a look back here to the Marriott Resort and Residences. Like I said, don't believe it's open for occupancy yet, but they're still working away. And then right next door to that, here is Marriott's Oceana Palms. It's been way too windy this week for me to take my drone up into the air, unfortunately. I did bring it with me. I actually had to do some updates to it to make it flyable again because they've instituted some new regulations for drone flights. But unfortunately, even with all that, well, I haven't been able to fly my drone here at Marriott's Oceana Palms. Let's head out to the water's edge, or fairly close to it. I'm not actually going to go in it, and let's see if we can keep raindrops off the lens. Okay, so here's the Atlantic Ocean. I'm going to actually have to turn my back to the ocean. Unfortunately, you say you should never do that, but kind of need to turn. So you can probably hear this because the wind is really howling out here, and they're probably really messing up with the microphone. But yeah, you can see here what the ocean is like here this week at Marriott's Oceana Palms. It actually was pretty smooth, not too bad early in the week when we first got here, but it got worse and worse and worse as the week went on. Really, really rough seas here because winds are probably, I think they said, gale warnings and small crash advisories and all that. 40 knots, potentially up to that, maybe even more. Gusts are really, really high here. Almost feels like there's a tropical storm either moving in or kind of already over top of us. But yeah, gotta watch out for the water. I don't want to get my feet wet, and I definitely don't want to get sucked in, which I have no intention of going out there, but you know, it's really, really rough out here. And now there's a look down to the south end of the beach. Down there is actually where you'll find Marriott's Ocean Point, about a mile away. If you actually want to see a resort tour of that property, well, I'll put a link up here so you can check that out. Another beautiful resort here on Singer Island in Florida. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head back to the resort, and I can actually feel rain and probably mostly ocean water hitting my back as I walk back this way. But if you actually want to see another video, I'll put up our review, kind of our likes and dislikes of Marriott's Oceana Palms. You can check it out right here coming up next. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help out these videos, helps out the channel. I appreciate it, and thank you very much. And as always, remember, until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.